The Marlins, temperature is hot, and watch this. It's Billy Marlin's birthday, so Youppi is firing at Billy Marlin, but wants the Expos bullpen. They ambush all of the mascots and watch the Braves mascot rally. On the 15-day DL for him. That'll teach all the mascots to get together in one place. There he is, limping and gimping along with Youppi. Meanwhile, oh, by the way, they play baseball. Sean Berry puts the Expos up 5-0 with a 3-run homer. His third. The Marlins come back. The governor, Jerry Brown, sends Linda Ronstadt, Greg Colburn and Chuck Carr home, and 6-5 Marlins. But top of the 8th, Expos rally Jeff Treadway. Singles in Mark Gruzzolanek. He gruzzes home with the game-winning run. Mascots, Gruzzolanek, Linda Ronstadt, game at everything. It just blew by you, didn't it? Expos 7 and the Marlins 6.
Expos and Cards in St. Louis. Rough day for Ken Hill and the Cardinals. Bottom of the 6th, Moises Alou on second. Rondell White, grounder. Whoops. Scott Cooper lets it get away, scoring Alou. 4-0 Expos. Cards just have an awful season. White steals third. Scott Heeman overthrows. 5-0 Expos. Pedro Martinez in control. Swing and a miss. Geronimo Pena. Complete game shutout. We want to be alone. 5-0 the final. Pedro Martinez, 4-hit shutout. Scott.
Now Cole's the whiff. And I like the young fans' reaction. Oh, my God. Bottom 6, tied at 1. Brian Jordan facing Perez, and he crushes it into the garden. Still sounds strange to say that at Busch. Cards up 3-1. And then I like Jordan's reaction. Yeah, there's your Carlos. 10th inning, tied at 3. Cole's at second. Roy Bunyan, please call me Trip Cromer against Mel Rojas. Sean Berry can't handle it. Coles does not stop running all the way from second, safe. And the Cards win it in extra innings by the final of 4-3. Perez allowed 3 runs while striking out 2.
Darryl Fletcher. Darren Fletcher takes Joe Gray deep to right center. Get out of town. 3-run homer. And the Expos take a 6-3 lead. Bottom of the 5th. Dante Bichette on first. Andres Galarraga. I don't think there's a whole lot of doubt about that one. God, his 17th homer. Rockies cut the lead at 6-5, and here we go. Jeff Facero in trouble again. Bottom of the 6th. Jim Tatum, the pinch hitter. Rocks one into the corner. Goes off the wall. Joe Girardi scores. Tatum with a triple, and Rockies tied at 6-all. Next batter, Eric Young. You know, they say 200 hitter becomes a 300 hitter when you draw in the infield. Tatum scores. The Rockies take the 7-6 lead. They go on to win by a score 9-6. So the Rocks now have a 3-game lead in the West. That's the largest.
Chasing a lot of flies they were tonight. Bottom second, 4-zip Rocks. Larry Walker takes Gabe White deep to center. 6-0 Rockies, and the rout was on. Next batter, Andres Galarraga. The big cat deep to left center. Make it 7-0 Colorado. Next at bat, could it be? The Rocks were firing Vinny Castilla. He goes yard. 3 straight homers. Back to back to back. Back to the squirrel. They couldn't catch him either. A Rocky Mountain runaway, 12-7 when the day was done. The 3 home run hitters tonight combined to go 8 for 16 with 9 RBI and 9 runs scored. Walker moves back into a tie for the NL home run lead with his 19th. The win gives the Rockies a 4-game lead in the NL West. The largest
on this day. He got Mike Lansing. Joe Girardi nails David Segui. 21 straight bases were stolen on Girardi until today. Freeman showing more control in the 5th. Look at the spin on this breaking ball. It fools Shane Andrews. 7 innings pitched for Freeman, no earned runs. His teammates provided the run support off Pedro Martinez. Run support Colorado? Of course. Dante Bichette launches this one. His 13th home run of the year, 2-0 Rockies. Bichette hitting a changeup. Martinez said he threw him a change in the 3rd and got him out. Didn't work this time. Larry Walker following Bichette. You know that's gone. Walker knows it's gone. His 20th of the year, 3-0 Colorado. Martinez obviously upset. Next up, the big cat, Andres Galarraga. You think he was going to go yard? Not if Martinez can help it with some high heat. Galarraga wasn't hit, though. Don Baylor, guy who's been hit over his career, not happy about it. But he was happy about that. 4-1 the final. After the Rockies put the finishing touch on the 4-game sweep, Montreal skipper Felipe Alou said, "We didn't give them the 4 games. We were overmatched." When Bichette and Walker went back-to-back, by the way, it marked...
And from the Montreal Expos, Mike Kozak. The batting practice staff from the Montreal Expos, Jerry Manuel. Tommy Harper and Joe Kerrigan. From the Montreal Expos, pitcher Carlos Perez. First, the manager of the National League. From the Montreal Expos, Felipe Alou.
Is a guy you just have to see pitch. Carlos Perez, the rookie, the brother of Pascual and Melito Perez. And if he strikes somebody out, you will see a show. The pitch to Cal Ripken is outside, ball one.
It would be only fitting to have Carlos Perez do well because he's the first Montreal Expo pitcher ever to make an all-star team.
Let's go, huh? And it's lined into left field for a base hit. So Ripken is on, and now Kevin Sykes will bat for Boggs, and let's get a word with Leslie Visser. The 0-1 pitch is lifted to right field. And waiting in his tracks is Raul Mondesi, and that's the first out.
Expos north of the border. This is Uget Urbina with the starting nod. Third inning, Urbina, Mark Grace, a grounder to first, and he covers the bag now. He's been watching Carlos Perez. Watch the little two-step here, and Carlos is all right. Let's break out in a little dance fever. Denny Terrio, you're next. Frank Castillo with the Cubs. The pitch, Rondell White, the shot to short. Sean Dunston, great play to get him at first. Tied at 1 in the fourth. Sean Berry hits it to right. Sammy Sosa's got it, and then whoops. This is like a bad softball play right there. An error, obviously, 4 batters later. Berry on at second. Mike Lansing is on at first. There are 2 down. Berry taking off on the leg kick. Castillo's got him picked off, and he is caught in the proverbial pickle, trying to run right over Ray Sanchez. You're out of the baseline, young man. You cannot do that. Take a seat. And look at this, the spirit of cooperation here. Just like the old days, David Segui leaving his glove behind at first, and you ask why? Here's why, because Mark Grace needs it to play first. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 1. Will Cordero on at second. Darren Fletcher, base hit. Cordero scores to break the tie. Expos go on to win it by a count of 3-2. Montreal snaps a 5-game losing streak. They also snap Chicago's 4-game winning streak in the process. Uget Urbina winning in his first big league start, allowing just 3 hits in 7 innings.
Might be a double play. No, not only not a double play, it's an error, and it's a 1-1 ball game. I don't think they would have got 2 on it. Stocker backed up on the ball. First and third, tie game. Runner takes off as Fletcher slams it to right, gets by Eisenreich all the way back to the fence. 2 runs will score. Darren Fletcher with a stand-up double, and Montreal quickly leads it 3-1. Slammed in the left for a base hit. Coming in to score is Darren Fletcher. And it's now a 4-1 ball game on the RBI single by Shane Andrews.
Pitch is where he wants him. That's hit to deep right field. Back goes Eisenreich. It is out of here. A home run for David Segui. 6-1, the Expos lead it on Segui's 4th home run of the year. Base hit right field. 1 run scores. Here comes another runner around. Throw to the plate is not in time. 8-1 Montreal. What a night for Rondell White.
Against Paul Quantrill. Will Cordero off the fist, punches it into right center. White scores. It's 1-0 Expos. In the 3rd, it's that man again. White at 3rd with 2 outs, and it's that man again. Cordero off the end of the bat, and it'll go a gapping in right center field. White comes home again. It's 2-0 Expos. Top 5th, Dave Holland's up. He has 6 career homers against Butch Henry. Henry gets him looking. Expos win 5-3. The Phillies have lost 2 in a row, 14 out of 17. They now trail blazing Atlanta by 6 in the National East. Montreal is still 3 under 500. Rondell White is heated up, though, going.
Hawaii. Will Cordero says, is that the direction of Hawaii? A 2-run homer with David Segui aboard. A former Met comes in. Expos up 2-0. Enough for Carlos Perez facing Mariano Duncan. And Carlos gets the whiff. 1 of 4 Ks as he does his dance. Mariano got a little revenge. The double into the gap in right center. As he rolls into second, he does the Carlos dance. Expos getting some good defense. Lenny Dykstra's bid for a base hit. Rondell White coming, got it. Jim Fergosi and the Phils lose 3 of 4. Montreal wins it 5-1. Phil Strand, 8 runners Sunday, 38 in the series. The Phils have dropped 7 of their last 8. They haven't won consecutive games since June 25th. El Cid gets the L, now 0-1 in his return to the National League after going 0-4 in the AL. Perez 7-0 at Olympic Stadium.
Expos looking for 4 straight against the Cards. Rookie pitcher Uget Urbina with control problems, walking John Mabry. Then Ray Lankford comes to the plate. He walks 2. And then Bernard Gilkey, he comes up, and that's 3 walks, and that's trouble. But this is a fastball by Scott Cooper, and that's getting out of trouble. Cards up 2-0, 2 men on for the new Expo, Dave Silvestri. He singles through the left side. Both runners come around. Expos score 5 in the frame. They lead 5-2, but tied at 5 in the 8th. 2 men aboard. Ray Lankford hits the shot off of Luis Aquino, and do you think he knows it? I believe that he does. Number 12 of the year, and the Cards score 5 in the 8th and win it 8-5. Tom Henke picks up his 20th save despite giving up 2 hits and walking a batter. Bernard Gilkey, who came off the DL just hours before the game, went 3 for 3 with 2 walks and 2 stolen bases.
Field had some problems. Top first, 3-2 Expos, 1 on, 2 outs. Will Cordero lofting it. Freddie Garcia, I got it. Jacob Brumfield gets in the way. Segui scores. Expos led 4-2. Top third, 5-2 Expos, 2 on, 2 out. And Brumfield has fallen off Jacob's ladder. Expos up 6-2. Segui scores again. Bottom 9, 8-2 Expos, 1 out. Facero, dare I say, was en fuego. Steve Pegues gets the... Sorry, Linda, spitting on you. 8-2 the final. Facero's first complete game of the season, just the 3rd of his career. The Pirates committed almost as many errors as they had hits.
Expos at the Cubs. Pedro Martinez in a sticky situation, bases loaded in the 2nd, but he's got the pitcher, Jamie Navarro, up to bat. Look at Jamie with the good wood. The 0-2 pitch to left. Sammy Sosa scores. Moises Alou, problems fielding it. Jose Hernandez. Joe Kamak chugs home, and Navarro's 3rd double of the season. He gets 3 RBIs. Jamie Navarro ups his average to 139 with the key blow. Sean Dunston 0 for 4, now batting .339. Tony Tarasco 3 for 3.
The leadoff men all night. Top of the first 2 batters reach. Dante Bichette makes him pay. Slaps a base hit to left. And in any language, it's 2-0 Rockies. In the 3rd, the leadoff man on again. And Larry Walker sends it high and deep, and aloha means goodbye. His first trip back to Montreal. 23 home runs leading the National League. Yes, Walker's the name. You remember it. 4-1 Rockies. And here's Sean Berry. A long fly ball at center field. Mike Kingery leaps and makes the catch. 8-3 Rockies the final. The Rockies end their 3-game losing streak. Walker angered by the boos in Montreal, saying, I told the guys I was going to hit a home run and take 30 seconds to run the bases.
Rockies and Expos in Montreal. Marvin Philadelphia Freeman starting for Colorado. Watch this play. David Segui. This can be a triple, but we sped it up. Tony Tarasco comes around 3rd. The play to the plate. Boom! There's Tarasco nailing notes. The ball is there, but he's safe. And so is he. Segui comes all the way around to score. It's 2-0 Notes with a sprained right thumb. Then Joe Girardi looks at call strike 3, tells Mike Winters I don't like it. He's gone. So the Rockies down to their 3rd catcher. It's Jim Tatum, and wouldn't you know it, strikeout against Will Cordero. Tatum doesn't handle it. Carrasco scores. It was the first win for the Expos in 7 tries this year against Colorado, but they win it big, 11-4. Pedro Martinez, he was outstanding. He went 5 2/3 of hitless ball. What, everyone in the family always goes out and bids for no-hitter every start? So the Expos beat the Rockies by the count of 11-4, and coupled with the Dodgers win now, Colorado's lead over L.A. is just 3 games. L.A. at Colorado, 4 games, Monday through Thursday. It should be interesting.
Pops up the bunt. Butch Henry makes the stop on the first in time. He's got the double play. More Expos D. Andres Galarraga drives one to right. Tony Tarasco out there going back to the track, back to the wall, makes a nifty grab. Rockies with some D also. Henry lines one, but Galarraga stretches out, robs him of a base hit. In the 4th, Vinny Castilla His 21st homer of the year, his 4th homer in his last 14 games, his 5th homer this year against Montreal. 1-0 Colorado. Tied at 1. Will Cordero to center. Kingery, the former Giant, former Athletic. He makes the grab, and the Rockies win 3-2. Reynoso goes 6 innings for his 3rd win of the year. Colorado manager Don Baylor said not throwing on the side between starts helped Reynoso maintain his velocity. Eric Young, 4 for 5. Young hit safely in 23 of his 24 games in July. The